What if I told you that for years a killer stalked the streets leaving behind a trail of victims, but not a single trace of himself? No witnesses, no evidence, just a growing body count. How do you catch someone who seems to vanish without a trace? The name Killer McKnight started as nothing more than a whisper, a ghost story told within law enforcement, a series of brutal murders spread across years, all connected by one haunting similarity: the killer's ability to leave no clues behind. From 2015 to 2021, McKnight's victims were found in different cities, seemingly unrelated at first. But over time, detectives began to see the pattern. The victims were all attacked in their homes. Young women, living alone, no signs of forced entry. It was as if McKnight knew exactly how to strike, and when. Despite the growing number of victims, McKnight was careful, too careful. No fingerprints, no fibers, no DNA. He operated like a phantom. Police were left chasing shadows, knowing they were dealing with a predator who was always one step ahead. But in 2021, McKnight made a critical mistake. At the scene of his last murder, investigators found something they hadn't before: a trace of blood. Just a drop, invisible to the naked eye, but enough for forensic scientists to work with. That drop of blood, left behind in the chaos of his final attack, would become the key to unlocking the entire case. The DNA was run through national databases. Days turned into weeks, and finally, a match. Killer McKnight wasn't an invisible ghost after all. His real name was Anthony McKnight, a man with a troubled history of violence, whose prior arrests had flown under the radar. But now, with DNA in hand, authorities had the evidence they needed to bring him down. In 2022, McKnight was arrested and charged with multiple counts of murder. The DNA evidence was undeniable, linking him to every one of his victims. Prosecutors presented a chilling timeline of his reign of terror, detailing how McKnight had managed to evade capture for so long, striking when his victims least expected it. Anthony "Killer" McKnight, who once thought he could outsmart the law, now sits behind bars where he'll remain for the rest of his life. His capture was a victory for investigators, and a testament to the power of forensic science in bringing even the most elusive killers to justice. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time,